everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you have a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better. The following video was taken on stream as I was trying to test everything out in the first couple days. So there will be some of me interacting with chat, but I'll try to narrow it down to make it as focused as possible for you. Hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. All right, that was pretty good. I think we might try the build we were doing yesterday. I like the champions. Well, we'll try to use the champions purse. And then do we want to go for pack powder to get them on the board earlier? I think let's try this and see how it goes. I think we'll again go ahead and try to go against this nightmare, because it is actually pretty tough. Like, this is a rough set of modifiers. But let's see how he's able to do without Chemtech, because I want to see how he can actually handle stuff. All right, power here. Best defense is decent. Treacherous terrain is fine. When you summon a unit with 8 attack, health, or cost, normally a lot of our units, they're getting that high, but not when we summon them. I think we will go for shared mana flow. This would have been better if we had Chemtech, but it's still solid. Let's go for T-Hex. Hopefully this goes better than Twisted Fate. Let's get rid of a couple of these. I think I want to hold on to one Zephyr just because it's probably going to be pretty good. All right, so we're going to try to immediately attack. That way we can get Sett on the board turn 1. We could play a coin right away. I think we probably won't, just so we can try to stack up a little bit more.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
That is a lot of units. We could go for a couple bout securities here. Yeah, I think we will, because that's a pretty scary board.
Nice work. And would it kill you to smile?
All right, so we can kill that one. And I think we'll just have to block that one over there. Not necessarily the best, but this is a very aggro modifier. Let's go for another bout security.
Nice work.
And honestly, we can go for another bout security.
Nice work. And would it kill you to smile?
Got our rally going.
Losers get paid.
We're not really going to be able to fully end. He's also not strong enough to kill that. Sure, let's go ahead and attack right here. Although I guess, yeah, we'll go ahead and attack right here. They might kill that bout security. We could kind of play it again and then another bout security, but I think we'll hold off. We'll play the Pit Professional next round. That will give us enough mana. That's rough.
Hey boss, check out the
All right, so we have a 5-stack.
And all of them here to see you, of course.
Well, we wanted to use it to get a showstopper, but we might just need to use it for our champion. I think it's actually open with about security.
Back of the line.
Okay, and I'll drop this right here.
Fighting or what? No holds barred. Next. You, me, in the ring.
We are getting him quite low. He's going to be easy to kill. But let's go ahead and attack right here.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah, let's
Looks like a full
play some bout
house.
security.
Nice work. And would it kill you to smile?
Get that rally.
Losers get
And GG. It is actually kind of nice. Every time I'm not playing with Chemtech, it's kind of fun because you actually have to play Sett in a different way. Been spoiled by Chemtech. I would never take that out of my relic for Sett. I mean, that's just the issue. It's like you're using it all the time, and it can be a little rough. Not really a fan of Sett's Pay to Win relic. It feels so underwhelming. That's why we're trying to make a use out of it, because I think if you're trying to use it with Chemtech, it's not really going to work. I think there's a lot of better things you can play. I think you need to try to use it on some early game champs. Recall the strongest enemy. Recall all enemies. Sure. That could be kind of cheesy. Let's go for the support champ. Jace seems like he could be fun. Shock Blast has coins. Although Aurelia could be fun. And Grifter's deck plus cashback is kind of busted. Sure, let's go for Aurelia. Probably want to go for the champion item. So let's go for Fleet Admiral. Sure, this is fine. So we could just immediately drop Aurelia. But I think let's go for Pit Professional.
Feeling of stepping into the ring.
And let's drop this right here. We could play this and then play Aurelia. But
Are you ready for a fight?
actually, we can't really attack into that unless we actually do play this. Fine.
Every blade, every feet in its
The 2/2 scaling is kind of nuts. Do we want to play this? It would scale her up a little bit more, which wouldn't be too bad. I think we'll bank the mana. That'll probably be for the best. Yes, they can kill some of our units. Oh. Alright, that's not the worst. Alright, I think let's try to go for Defiant, because we can just really win the mana battle. So that was 5. So we could play this to trigger our 6 mana. And now he's dead. I think let's go for a place your bets. We're probably going to go ahead and use that. Let's use a coin. Let's go for the Defiant Dance again. Why you all 1 costs. I think I want to get rid of her, actually. So we get our rally going. 2 mana back. Love it.
Are you ready for a fight?
Yeah, I think we'll just bank it. But let's go ahead and attack. I do love our scaling. And also, like, right here, we're really not utilizing our 6-star effect at all because we keep playing this early. But it keeps working out pretty well. Also, yeah, the Defiant Dance is so good. Yeah, let's drop this on our coin. So that was already 6. Yeah, go ahead and play this here. Hey, look, Sett. 1 cost, 1 cost. It's all just a bunch of 1 costs, not necessarily the best for us. Sure, let's... They'll be able to replay it, but it's fine. Alright, I think let's go ahead and attack.
Me in the ring.
And try to get some solid damage down.
With me! Today is the day we reclaim our homeland!
Alright, let's do a little Blade Surge right here. And GG. Alright, pretty good. I think let's go for Ghost. That's fun. And let's go for the champion item. Aurelia is fun, but I think we'll still stick with Sett. And sure, let's go for the epic champion, so Arbiter. Let's get rid of the Ribbon Dancer. And I think even the Bout Security. I really want to get more of the recall spell, because that was kind of hilarious. Sure, let's drop this here. Not the best. And yeah, this is gonna hurt. Oh look, our coin got reduced down to a 0 cost. Hooray. We could play this and then drop Aurelia. Honestly, wouldn't even actually be the worst thing. I think we'll still, yeah, drop this here. Defiant Dance, that one is nice. Let's go ahead and attack and just get another coin stacking. That unit is a little scary. Let's use this right here. And we can go for this to play our Sett.
Let's throw down.
Let's go for this right here.
This will be a good warm-up.
Let's go for another coin. Since we have excavators, I want him to get strong enough to be able to take this hit and survive, because our Nexus health, we have to kind of protect it since we're taking chip damage constantly. All right, let's go for... Goodness, let's go for Defiant. Let's try to play this. Could go for Pit Professional or go for Aurelia. One more coin would give us a little bit more scaling. But yeah, we can go for Aurelia.
Every beat in its place.
I saw you looking at me.
Yeah, we'll just take a little bit more time just so we can develop, do a little bit more damage.
The arena.
Almost able to end. But we are going to be able to immediately attack this round. Them getting it for free is not the best thing for us.
Me in the ring.
But GG.
We dance to the drums of war, and all our hearts beat as one.
There we go. Not too bad. I think we'll go for Mariner. Yeah. I think we'll go for the Scout for Sett, because if he can get 2 kills in, then he can give us more coins, which would be pretty good. We could heal, but we're greedy, so we're going to not do that. And then... what do we want to get rid of? Probably the Ribbon Dancer. Let's go for Ornn. Alrighty. I think we'll get rid of the Sage, even though it is actually pretty good.
Hold it steady for me, like that.
Do we want to play Aurelia right away? Do we want to play a tag out? Yeah, I think let's drop this here. And then let's drop this one for some more draw as well as more coins. Do we want to play this already? I think we're fine, actually.
Dusting off the fisticuffs.
Right, kind of forgot we had pack powder. Haven't really been utilizing that too much this entire time. A 3-stack is nice. Zephyr Sage would be able to double it, wouldn't really hit everyone. But, I mean, this is going to give us a coin, not 2 coins. So yeah, we're still a little bit short. This is a very big and kind of scary unit. Yeah, I think we'll just drop this here. It's going to give us multiple units on the board, deal some solid damage. We're out of mana, but...
Isn't this getting old?
Alright, let's go ahead and... they'll probably play orange. Let's try to pass. Oh, alright. They're all the same, right? Yes.
No fight I can't win.
Alright, so we can immediately play this.
People paid for a show.
We can obliterate that guy.
This one's gonna hurt. I promise.
We should probably play Aurelia.
I must become the leader they need.
Let's go ahead and get our 2 attacks in. Yes.
No, you, me, in the ring.
That would take up, yes, slightly too much. It'll be
Hit him with the old one too.
a bit unnecessary, but we'll drop this right here.
People paid for a show.
And sure, we can go for another showstopper. Obliterating their units so they don't get any equipment back is actually pretty nice.
Beat losers, get paid.
And GG. I think let's actually go for the phage. That sounds decent. Yeah, we need to rely more on the packed powder. We've kind of not been trying to go for it. Sure. Evolution is pretty good there. Smooth Soloist. Let's go for a Scout. And the game's probably over at this point. We're probably just going to absolutely annihilate everyone now. Let's go to that, and that's... Alright, we can drop this right here.
Oh, but let me have a look here.
Alright, we were going to be able to attack and get our plunder damage off, but I guess that won't be happening. Do we need... Alright, you just need 2 more. Could go for another Pit Professional. Although, gain a rally on the board already is not too bad. Alright, so they technically still will be able to block. So I think we'll hold off for now. Yeah. Let's drop Sett.
Piece of me, line starts here.
And... I'd love to play a Facebreaker and then get a whole bunch of coins. But we won't have the mana to play all the coins, which is a bit sad.
Hey boss, check out the size of the crowd.
And all of them here to see you, of course. This'll be a good warm-up.
We'll sacrifice that one,
Turn back,
but we'll be able to
trespasser.
get some solid kills here. Alright, we'll probably kill that one. So let's stun a couple of these.
Hit him with the old one too. Beat lose you, me, in the ring.
Alright, so get our nice scout attack off.
Nobody's welcome to the arena.
And we have a 5-stack already. So we can just immediately try to stun them right here. Let's go for Flawless Duet.
Come on. The people
Go
paid
for a
show.
coin. Let's obliterate that one.
Why don't you sit this one out? No hold you, me, in the ring.
And GG. Nice. Yeah, I like that you can actually succeed pretty well with Sett without having to rely on your Chemtech. Like, Chemtech is still super busted, but it's not like Sett is a terrible champion without it. Grifters on that is incredible, so love to see that. Smooth Soloist. When you increase an ally stats with a spell, used by 1 more, ally survives damage granted to 2. Not terrible, okay. Normally we're not using that too much. This will be nice. Explosive Entrance is great, but this gives us turn 1 Sett, which I would really like, because we're kind of struggling to do that right now. Sure, that's fine. All right, Rekindler, so we have nothing else to use our money on. This is something I think we have in our deck, actually, right? No, is that? Oh, it's a champion spell. I think we're fine. Although Grifter's deck is kind of funny. This is very unnecessary, but sure, it'll be fun if we actually ever play it. Let's do one more. Sure, we'll get 2 items right there. And don't really care about Rekindler. Let's try to go for Stalker. Let's get rid of Bow Security. We do need to get our champion. Of course, this is the one time we do not get our champion. Perfect. Let's try to go for Dancing Droplet for the draw. Still no. Okay. Let's try to recall then. Go for a coin so we can play some of these again. And yeah, still not having it. I think we already popped it, so we're probably, yeah, just at 6. We'll just attack with this one.
What does he want from me?
We could actually use Vanguard's Edge right now. That is a little silly. What do we want to recall? They could just replay this. It is a slow speed spell, though. I guess, yeah, let's go for place your bets. Alright, so there's Sett. That is nice, technically. Let's recall here. Alright, let's drop this and summon our Sett the old-fashioned way. So we can lock that, and block that one. I'm a little bit worried about them killing him, but not quite worried enough. Let's play the coins. So we could play the Vanguard Edge, because I think that just, it sounds hilarious. We're going to kind of rally in 2 different ways. But yeah, let's...
Beat losers, get paid. I saw you looking at me.
Alright, let's go ahead, attack right this. They'll technically be able to kill that unit in the middle. But it's fine. It is going to kind of waste our attack token, because with the one effect, it's, yeah, not exactly going to work, but I do think it's kind of funny. Do we care about this? Not necessarily. Alright, let's drop another Sett. Let's play this one right here. They might play it again, but that's fine. Thought that said for the rest of the game they attack alongside the blades. Oh no, that's a different one. Yeah. Alright, let's go for the place your bets. Aw, I thought we'd get a fun card. Oh well. Alright, we should probably stop messing around and just actually end.
Careful you don't break a hip in there, old man.
You don't know who you're talking to, boy.
Why don't you sit this one out? Nobody's tougher than me. You.
GG. It was fun. Let's actually do a reroll. This is the one I was thinking of. But Pit Professional is pretty good. For the rest of the game, when you attack, someone attacking blade against 1. Yeah, I think we'll go for the Pit Professional, even though the Storm of Blades is funny. I really hope they add Aurelia. Hey, Torcat, welcome back. Sure, but let's go for more tag outs. Here, I guess let's actually try to heal. We are kind of low. We spent a little bit too much time dicking around in the last one. Let's go for Viego. Alrighty, let's get rid of bout security. And I think we'll hold on to the rest. Hey, we actually drew our set. But let's try to pass. I didn't want a set to immediately get vengeance. Sure, let's go for a place your bets. Always gotta keep track because I don't pay attention. Let's drop this here.
Hey boss, check out the size of the crowd.
And all of them here to see you, of course.
Yeah, I think we will probably go ahead and do that. Just for some more coins.
No
Alright,
holds
let's go
barred.
ahead and get our
Me
scout attack
in the
off.
ring.
Nice to just immediately kill Viego.
Beat losers,
And then we
get
can go
paid.
ahead and attack
I saw you looking at me.
like this. More coins. High chance we get vengeance right now. Hey look, a vengeance. We could go for a showstopper, but I think we're fine.
Every blade, every beat in its place.
Huh, that is not necessarily the best. Let's go for a Defiant Dance.
We fighting or what?
And this will give us our rally, which will be very good.
Bring the
Actually,
fight
it's,
to them.
yeah, gonna give us rally in 2 different ways, so it's slightly a waste, but it's fine. Let's drop that one right there. Kind of playing this just to buff up our units a little bit more.
Nobody's tougher than me.
How are we doing on mana again?
Hey boss, check out the size of the crowd.
And all of them here to see you, of course.
All right, and just like that, it's, well, yeah, they might be able to survive. Yep. So not quite GG. I think it's not quite enough.
Nice work.
Yeah, we're like 1 away. Yeah.
No hold.
Alrighty, GG.
With me! Today is the day we reclaim our home.
That was quite a bit of fun. I think they've done a good job with the Constellation, especially the new cashback mechanic that you can get on some of these cards. That is a great time. Super fun, because especially you can get spells that you're then essentially playing for free, especially when they get cost reduced. And I like the fact that you can still play Sett without Chemtech and still do really well. Not saying it's like the best build or anything, but it is nice that Sett doesn't need the Chemtech to still be a very strong champion. The 6-star is interesting. I don't necessarily think it's super strong. I think it's solid. It gives you good utility. It's not something you're constantly triggering, but it's like, hey, do you need a backup way to summon Sett? Here you go. Do you want a showstopper? Often you don't necessarily need one, but it's like you have now a way to generate it, because normally you never saw them because Sett rarely leveled. I don't think it's a crazy 6-star. I think it's nice to have. Probably you could pass on it if you don't have a lot of Nova Shards or crystals or whatever. Overall though, Sett is quite a lot of fun, even without Chemtech. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, a like and subscribe is always appreciated. Also, if you want to see me playing any of this live, definitely check out the Twitch channel down below. Link is in that description. Hope you have a great rest of your day.